please.
The most valuable autograph we have ever sent Brad to get, an autograph smeared in human blood as he meets the man Robert Pattinson himself, star of the Twilight films. The new movie New Moon has just come out. Brad, this is the big moment.
Oh, fellas, I tell you what, Edward Cullen, I saw the movie. He was amazing in it. This is the beginning of the film. Him and Bella, they break up. It's sad, it's emotional, but this is all about their love, fellas. And I was very excited to get to meet this man. He's a cold vampire that women love.
Well, Robert Pattinson is a heartthrob for everybody at the moment who plays Edward Cullen the vampire. Brad, you obviously are not. You're the opposite of a heartthrob. He's got a wonderful set of hair.
I mean, your heart tries to throb, but it has had a lot of cholesterol to fight through.
Brad, he's got a big head of hair. You're receding by the day. What was your thoughts heading into this? You couldn't meet a guy more opposite.
You wouldn't have thought you'd walked into a room with a mirror in it.
Oh, yes, he is a very handsome guy. Women seem to love him. Teenage girls go crazy for this guy. And fellas, I know you brought up the hair there. He has some of the best hair situated about 1 centimetre above his forehead. It is huge. It's massive. He has it spiked up. All I wanted to do was grab it. I've never wanted to grab a man like that before. Good hair.
Hey, Brad, on the whole thing, I mean, you would have got ushered into a small room. They're doing so many interviews. It's the biggest film coming out at the moment. Do you have any rules, regulations that they put on you?
Oh, yes, they said no goofy questions, be serious here, this is a big moment, no personal questions, nothing about his love life. And I said, I don't want to talk about that, this is Edward Cullen, this is Robert Pattinson, I'm going to have fun with this guy.
No goofy.
I'm just happy to be in... no goofy questions.
No goofy questions. Call yourself a taxi straight away.
Well, Brad, let's see how you went with Robert Pattinson. He plays the lead vampire in the new film, Twilight film, New Moon. His character name's Edward Cullen. Let's have a listen and see how you went.
Brad Blanks with Robert Pattinson. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
Feeling good?
It's kind of.
What is a pretty crazy couple of months?
Pretty crazy year, I think.
Well, would you call this movie the ultimate breakup movie?
Well, I don't know about the ultimate. I mean...
And you were the dumper, weren't you?
Yeah.
Was Edward thinking, oh, she's getting too clingy, like I've just got to cut it out?
He's just bored. That's basically what the storyline is. He's like, I'm 108 years old. I'm just, I've had a bunch of 17-year-olds already.
I've got to start branching out now. Yeah. In this, we also see you do some action scenes. It's pretty impressive, because in the first one, you're quite a regal kind of a vampire, but now you sort of like to have a bit of a fight.
Yeah, had a big fight scene with a guy 7 foot tall. Which is, I guess, not really much of a fight scene. It's more just a kind of him placing me in different places scene and me kind of lashing out wildly.
The exciting part of that was when you took your shirt off and all the women in the audience gasped. Was that a big moment for you to take your shirt off, considering there's a lot of naked fellas in this film leading up to
it was, especially when they all have six-packs. It's like, just don't eat anything the entire time and then just tense as hard as you can.
So the night before there was no beer and no chicken wings?
There's nothing for a week.
Right, really?
Just don't eat anything for a week.
Really? Do you think you pulled it off in that scene?
I don't know, I guess just from the front it's alright. Right. You can't just cut them to the side.
Do you think the girls that have taste in you, it's weird?
I don't know. I mean, I've always found it a little bit odd, but there's this obsession with people, people find being so pale attractive. Right. I mean, I don't know anyone who really thinks like that.
Well, you've helped me because I'm really pale as well, so thanks for bringing the pale guys back into the forefront of sexual popular culture. My wife loves me even more now because of you.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. And you can always get, a bit of talcum powder and stuff.
Lovely to meet you, mate. You're a good fella.
Thanks a lot.
All the best.
He's very giggly, isn't he?
He's quite giggly, Brad. That's the first time I've actually ever heard Robert Pattinson talk. I didn't know he was British.
Didn't you?
No. Does a pretty good job of being a moody American vampire.
Yeah, he does. And I tell you what, fellas, the big news in this movie is the wolf guy walks around with his top off the whole time, and all the women go crazy for him. But finally, you get to see Edward Cullen towards the end of the movie with his shirt off and his kind of pale, pasty English body.
Oh, he's a vampire, and they're not notorious for loving solariums. Brad, it is a good point that you raised there, that Robert Pattinson himself said, his character Edward Cullen, he's 108 years old, and he keeps going out with 17-year-olds. Is that a bit weird? Like, shouldn't he go out with, like, his version of a hot young thing? She should be about 75. Don't you think?
I totally agree. But anyway, we'll leave that because we're going to get complaints because Twilight people are fairly fanatical about it. Thank you, mate.
Seems a bit odd. He's 108.
That would quench their vampire bloodthirst, and we'll speak to you soon.
Bye.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you for podcasting the Hamish and Andy Show.